Hi everyone, today on Jesse's Lego we have an exciting episode planned. I've just built the Spring Lantern Festival and I can't wait to show you how I include it in my Chinatown expansion. So there's lots to do, let's jump right in. So now that I've built the Spring Lantern Festival, I'm going to show you how I incorporate it into my town. As per my previous plan, it'll be going in behind the bank and the cinema. So I'm just going to move stuff around and show you how that looks when it's complete. And joining us today as well is Indiana. He's made his way into the Lego room. Come on, look at the camera. He's made his way into the Lego room and hopefully he behaves himself while he's in here. So I'm going to jump right in. See you soon. So how are you enjoying being in the Lego room? You being a good boy? Pretty good so far. You want to help show these people the Spring Lantern Festival? Okay, let's do it. So Indiana fell asleep before he could help me show you the Spring Lantern Festival. So I'll do it without him now. What we have over here is my perfect vision, is exactly what I penned out a couple of times. So what we have is the Spring Lantern Festival over here. We have one half of the Chinese New Year temple from last year that I'm building. I'm going to build the other half in a moment. And then around here we have the same markets from the same set. So what this area is now a giant Chinatown, which is a very welcome green space in my town. I don't have too many green spaces. So it's a nice addition to see from this area. One thing that I really like is that these are corner blocks, so the back is perfectly flush and it doesn't have any dents or indents or anything to get in the way of the park in front of it. But at the same time, they're two corner blocks with nothing underneath. So while I really like how this layout has turned out, I think I might try another location for the Spring Lantern Festival just to see if I can do something a little bit better and a little bit more creative with it. And I'll get back to you in just a second, so bear with me one more time. So this is the new location that I've moved it to. As much as I like the previous location, I feel that this one's a little bit nicer, mostly because it has a comparable height being in front of the elevated railway, but I can still utilize the corner aspect of the block, and it sits at the front of my table too, which now gives it a bit more of a presentable view to what was there previously. But I've still got some work to do, of course. I've got to build the second half of the temple and stitch that together. Still got some tiling and other stuff to take care of too. But I've moved the Parisian restaurant back one, and the balcony allows you to see the Chinese New Year market that's down here. And I've got a bit of an alleyway again, which makes me happy because then the corner blocks don't look so out of place. I actually really liked the detective's office being in this location too, so I'm glad to see that could go back there. Yeah, so still got a little bit of stuff left to do and to touch up, but now the houses in the residential area can look at the beautiful park. I might have to swap the bus stops around, but yeah, let me do a little bit more work and then I'll show you the finished expansion in just a moment. So everything is complete now. I've gone through and tidied everything up so it's presentable to show you. So first off, we have the Chinese New Year temple, which I have put a reverse on. So I built the other side from another set. I've gone through and put the white railing at the bottom too. I did have to make an adjustment to the base, so I used the masonry bricks so it looks a bit nicer as it sits higher. Got the Monkey Kings fighting for, I suppose, who's the real one on top of the roof, which is a fun little scene that I had on the other one as well. Yeah, there's still a couple of parts left to order, but for the most part, it's complete and it looks a bit more whole. I thought it would have a bit more functionality, but it's a bit more of a display piece at the moment, and incredibly fragile too. I've added some bow buns at the bottom, just to help celebrate the Spring Lantern Festival and the Chinese New Year that are coming up too. February 12th. It is the year of the metal ox. So over in the Spring Lantern Festival, we have May and Monkey Kid back, but I've built the pagoda and we've got some koi fish and lotus flowers in the lake just across the way. Got a nice little bridge as well. Here's the koi fish printed tiles that are a really nice touch. One of my favorite parts about the set. Got some bamboo behind it, lots of lanterns everywhere, and the bull actually lights up if you press on his tail. It's my first time having a light brick. I'm pretty impressed by how it turned out. And yeah, lots of lanterns, nice little tree, two little gates that are the same to enter into the gardens as well. And yeah, it's a really, really nice set. If you're on the fence about it, I thoroughly recommend getting one for your town, or if you just need some nice gardens, it's pretty good for that too. So over here, I've moved the park that used to be directly opposite from the detective's office into that little space beside Town Hall. So it looks a bit better. Nothing's changed. It's more for visuals. But now over to the second main attraction, which is the markets. And we've got the lion dancers coming down the street. I haven't really started on the Chinese New Year decorations yet, but we'll get there. I'm thinking more of the focus will be over this side moving forward as opposed to Town Square. So this is the updated markets. So I've gone and put an extra strand of lights in, tiled it, stuck down the stalls as well. So it functions as kind of like a pop-up markets in a little alley. And I actually really like how the alley kind of peels off behind the detective's office and Parisian restaurant as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, so it's got the construction workers, but eventually I'll come up with something. Yeah, so that's about all that's changed since I showed you last time. But oh, we have a visitor. Hello. What are you doing back here? come to say goodbye to the people before I sign off?
Thank you for watching my Chinatown expansion video. If you're enjoying the content on my channel so far and would like to help support the channel, I've set up a Patreon account and included the link in the details below. For less than the cost of a cup of coffee a month, you could help support the channel. All proceeds would go towards things like a better microphone, better lighting, and possibly Lego sets in future to help give me more content to show you in future videos. So thank you very much for supporting the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.